Hi, welcome on Easy Learning. Again, this is Chandanja. It is 11th of November 2022. I am just going to deliver a lecture on how to learn spoken English. Now, always remember that I am talking about here spoken English, not reading and writing. Both are very different aspects here. But I have taken reading at the end of the last point only for those who knows how to read properly the newspapers, magazines and other articles. Before that, I will just go to make a glimpse on spoken English. Now, why is spoken English different from reading and writing? Because your purpose is only to speak in any environment wherever you want to go. You want to do the business, you want to do the job, but you don't have the requirement of reading and writing over there. You have to only take advantage of English language for the job, for talking to the customers, for talking to the travelers, tourists, or whoever comes for itinerary purpose, and for those who are not in India but out of the country, they know only English language. Most of the time you'd have heard or you'd have seen that there are some person, they don't have higher degrees, they are less educated, but they know how to speak fluent English, and they don't need to read and write newspaper articles and write an essay or something else to understand the language better and better. So if you just focus on these 4 points, then you can know how to learn spoken English. So first one point is to sit in English group. Now what does it mean? That any person who is in India but he is sent England at random without having much qualification, there she can learn better English. Why? Because she would have the English group. They are all of them, they would always be talking in English. Though this person is not so much have the sound education, basic education, still she can learn English language, because our listening power has so much powerful skill, or it has the power to keep the words in subconscious mind, that it's very difficult to delete it for long period of time. So on the one hand, such person will start listening to the person having already living in that country, and will try to borrow or imitate the words, sound of the sentence, and start using them in their everyday lifestyle. So it's not necessary to have the degrees, academical qualification to learn the language. If such persons are sent to the English culture where English spoken is prevalent, and without that language nothing can be done. And this is why I always suggest for those who want to learn spoken English to always make a companionship where she must have the arrangement or grouping for 4, 5, 6 or unlimited number of people or person who know language. Suppose that if you know 4 sentences but your friends know 5 sentences, and other friends will also be knowing 5, 6 sentences, and if they prepare for different kind of sentences, they come together one day, they start speaking, they start making practice, then there will be the exchange of the sentences from one friend to another friend. What you don't know, I would try to know, and what I don't know, you will try to know. What sentence I have learnt, I will try to transmit to you, and what you have learnt, you have the sentence, paragraph, phrases, or the speech you want to tell us, we would try to just adopt them. So in this way, there is the exchange of communication, and while communicating in the group, we don't have much hesitation, because all the persons they are in the group, they are known to each other, they either they have such a way, or they have the acquaintances. So you can't learn English unless you have the group or you have the culture. That must be English culture. If you live in such country, such area, such places where English environment is prevalent. So it's not necessary to have academical degrees to learn higher quality of a spoken language, but always learn and listen to that academical qualification is always required if you want to play with language. What is the meaning of playing with language? That though you are with the friends, you are in the English culture, but you can only know the basic English. You have a fluency, you have no hesitation, but you can try to understand and do your business only. You are very expert. You have the dexterity to understand that language. But always try to keep in mind that you can't create yourself automatically, because you'll always have been trying to imitate others. You will listen, you will keep them in practice, and you can never be an empiricist. You can never put your language on experiment. So I always suggest you that while living in the group, during your conversation time, you can always talk to them. You can always borrow some words, sentences, and some other skills from them, but you can't create yourself. You can be a great copyist but not a creator. But you will try to manage your job. You can live there and you can convince, you can satisfy your customers, your boss or someone else with whom you have been in the organization or you have been doing the work. So with the help of academical degrees, you can create and you can have the ability to speak on multi-level. You can create your own sentences. You will have your own idea, and without knowledge on the topic, it's very difficult to deliver a speech on that. For example, if you want to deliver a speech on banking, if you want to deliver a speech on railways, Indian political system, it's very difficult to go without going through the book. Or such person will keep on watching television, listening to news, to audio or videos on the different sources, and there she will try to imitate and try to speak in the environment. But she can't be a good creator. She can't logically understand the sentence. How can you frame the sentence and how can you use them in the practical way? You can be a good speaker, but we can't say that you can be a good creator over there. Okay, so let's go to the second point. Second point is listen to English audio and video news. Most of the time you would have heard, I have seen, or you would have seen that many of the youngsters nowadays, young generations, they aspire to be a good English speaker. Whenever any English spoken friend is near about him, or they have any neighbor who know English and who have the power or command on English, or such immediate neighbors learn English because they have the aspiration to learn it and to use them for their job purpose. So such immediate neighbors just leave the influence on the person, and with a great zeal, such person also wants to just learn English. But it is only limited. The zeal is not for a long time. The enthusiasm completely fades away with the passage of time. So to make your enthusiasm intact for a long time, for the purpose of spoken English, you don't need to spend your time here and there. In place of that, you need to watch those news which are being broadcasted on the news channels. You need to listen to the sound attentively as much as it is possible. You need to listen to the sound of the word and sentences and the matter of the incident, accidents, any events or any news that has been or that is being broadcasted. So in this way, I will suggest you that if you have the radio, you have the audio, you don't want to use your brain after watching these news, you can listen to them. You can try to copy them. You can try to observe the sentences, how the sentences has been taken, how the speaker is using the same kind of sentences. But what happened that if you have the audio and video, both visibility, then your brain have much consciousness and you can learn English quicker than your audio, because in audio your brain does not have so much power or skills to understand and to know the meaning if you have with video style. So you should add audio and video to try to learn English. But if you don't have the time, if you are going somewhere, if you are walking in the park, you are going on the round, you are going somewhere else, you are with your friends, they are just gossiping themselves, but you don't want to spend your time in such trivial matter, then you have to just take out the audio sound and you can just start listening to them. So second point was listen to English audio and video news. The third one is watch English movies. You need to take those movies which are used in everyday's life. Like Hindi movies, there are some Hindi movies which are based on the society, family, culture. Such movies you can watch. You can try to listen to the sound of all the actors, actresses, artists or villains they speak in the movie. And you need to try to copy them and use to just put them in experiment in your everyday's life. If you meet with a friend and if you find the same activity, same action, you need to apply the same sentence with your friend. I know that for some time your friend would laugh at you, but she would also know your feeling after some days, and she would also try to speak English with you, because she would also be so much voracious of learning English language. So if you watch movies, then it will also give you more and more relaxation for learning English. Fourth and last one is read English newspapers and other resources. It is for those who know how to learn how to read English newspapers. For those who are who have some academical degree, because without academical degree, without qualification, it's very difficult to read newspaper articles, pamphlets, magazines, or but there should be also the person with whom there is much higher qualified person. She can lead them, such person, to read how to just get to know them how to read English newspaper magazines, and whatever is written in the newspaper columns, you need to take out the soft column, day-to-day life incidents there, and try to just observe the sentence, word structure, how it has been written, how it has been used by the editor or the news correspondent there. You need to take the sentence, and you can use the same sentence in your everyday's life. With the help of all this, what will happen once upon there will be a time when you will add the information, you will have your greatest number of vocabularies, sentences, ideas, and you will start speaking English in a logical manner without hesitation. You will start talking to your friend, with your classmates, with your boss, and you will be very happy to know that now I am at this platform. My desire, my aspiration was to learn English, and now you are at that platform. Now you can talk to each and every person with whom you meet in everyday's life. Okay, so I think that these 4 points are sufficient to learn spoken English. And if someone thinks that these 4 points are not sufficient, there must be more than 4 points, then you can add the information to them, and you can also put them into action, so that you can have the better communication skill in English, and you can take advantage of such language people are enjoying in the world. So by then, take care of yourself. If you think this video is very helpful for you, you can carry forward. You can also connect with me on Facebook page, that is Evergreen English Language, and on Instagram, Evergreen Classes. So again in the future I will be present with a new topic. By then just keep watching such videos and stay tuned with us.